So on the weekend, I think I met the best human ever. I was at this actors gathering and this actor comes up to me who I must have only met once or twice before in my life. And he greeted me like I was his old, long lost friend. He was so welcoming and so genuinely lovely. It just completely threw me off guard. I think I'm a little bit in love. Now, why am I sharing all of this with you? Well, I've had an interesting relationship with the word networking during my acting career. The short of it is, I really dislike the word. It makes me think of these transactional interactions where everyone is just trying to get something from the other person. It's always just felt really fake and forced to me. But the difficult thing is that relationships do really matter in the industry, and having genuine personal connections can often open doors and lead to really, really exciting projects. So how do we balance this horrible, gross idea of networking and our genuine desire to develop relationships in the industry? Since meeting the nicest actor on earth, I haven't stopped talking about him. The next day, in fact, I was having a coffee with another actor friend and I was explaining my man crush. He also knew the actor and he just responded calmly, "Well, yeah, no wonder he hasn't stopped working for 10 years. There it was. Something so obvious that so many of us ignore. Your reputation and your attitude will be a huge factor in developing relationships and getting more work. And the more you can just be a good, genuine human, the more chance you have of getting cast again and again. The simple truth is that people want to work with people that they like and that they connect with. This has been reinforced in many of the interviews I've done with well-known directors, writers, producers, and showrunners. Now, we can't all be this guy. Trust me, I am talking about a literal human Labrador. But we can all endeavor to be the best versions of ourselves. I promise you that playing the fake networking game will lead nowhere. Furthermore, getting sucked into the vortex of gossip and bitterness and that all too common habit of cutting down other actors will lead to that same venom being turned into your direction. Instead, we can all work on cultivating this openness and genuine interest in people. This actor who I met was very successful, and yet he talked to me like I was the most important person in the room. I don't believe for a second he was networking, but in return, I have spoken highly of him to almost everyone I have interacted with since. And he left such an impression on me, I'm basically making an entire video about the experience and sharing it with potentially thousands of people. So never underestimate the power of being a nice person. Now you may be thinking, Andrew, I am a nice person, and yet I still don't know many people in the industry, and my career certainly isn't where I want it to be. Well, this is the other thing that we can learn from this amazing actor. He was the one who came and talked to me. He even somehow knew my name. He was proactive, interested, and he genuinely wanted to connect with me. For him, all of this was very natural, but for us mere mortals, this would take a lot of bravery and courage. So if you want to make genuine connections with people in the industry, you have to be vulnerable enough to reach out and say hello. But throw away the business cards and stop trying to get noticed by the most successful people in the room, and instead just interact with your fellow artists on a human level. If you can cultivate this attitude, people will naturally want to work with you. And that is the real key to networking. If you have enjoyed this video, we made another career-focused video. It's all about when to say yes and when to say no to acting opportunities. It's a really awesome video, and I definitely recommend checking that one out next. Much love, and we'll see you next time.